Okay, fine. Okay, guys. Today we'll discuss about this cross-browser testing and why do we need to do it, how do we do it, all these things. Okay. So let us go from scratch. So let us go and configure some Jenkins job. Okay. Okay. So hi Josna garu. Hello. 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 Okay. Anyway, that's fine. We are doing recording, right? So even though that's not there, that's fine. Okay. So how you guys can experiment on Jenkins is, so there is a platform called Cloudbase. I think you know that, right? Okay. Okay, so that is linked with Sauce Labs, actually. Okay. So normally we'll try if I got my subscription or not. Okay, otherwise we can try testing local also. Okay, so I should have a subscription, but if it's not there, then I will do it locally also.
Amazon Prime Now is Amazon's new super fast delivery service. Amazon Prime Now is Amazon's new super fast delivery service.
Okay, that's fine. So it is subscription is lost. Okay. So what we can do is, let us download Jenkins. Okay. You can download Jenkins in your machine. Okay, provided you have a nice machine. Okay. So is Mac OS. I'm just downloading it. So that is where we have to run our scripts. Okay, so you need to download Jenkins. Okay, so while that is downloaded, we can test that another way also. Okay, so if you open terminal client, which is the actual thing, so normally what we have to do is, I am in you should be in this directory. Okay, so with using maven commands, we should be able to run our test. That is the first thing that you need to do. Okay, so if maven is not installed, so here maven is not installed in my machine. So what we have to do, I need to download maven. I need to put that into my path file. Okay, so that also you need to go and download. Okay, so I'll go there. Okay, so zip archive should be fine. Okay. Okay, so you need to set path in Mac. Okay, there is one command that we need to use, which okay, so this is what we need to do. Okay, path is equal to plus blah blah blah. Okay, so I'm downloading this archive. So it is a bin file ideally. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so I have this now. So what I will do is, okay, I got this right. So what I will do now here is, Okay, set this in the path variable. So
That's right, robot. I forgot to tell you about the color white. White color is my favorite.
So do we need to download separately than Maven? We cannot use that which is already installed in IntelliJ.
again, what I said that we need to run in command line. You want to run in command line, we should not depend on any IDE. Okay, so that is the main point. So we need to run everything in command line, then only things will work. Okay.
I'm gonna go take a nap. I love to paint. Okay, you can paint something while I take a nap.
Okay, so in that Apache we have something called bin.
I love to paint.
Okay,
I love white paint.
so now it works. Okay.
I love to paint. Oh no, you painted everything white. What's up?
Okay, so the Java version is not properly configured. That also we can get. We'll see where is Java installed. Okay.
Here are the colors I have. Yellow,
Okay, normally Java is installed in
red, pink, purple,
okay.
blue, green,
Okay, so here
black,
in library we can see Java.
white,
Okay, so
gold, and silver.
home
Let's meet.
bin. Okay, so this is what the Java. Okay, we need to make sure that we have tools. Okay, so we have library bundle. Okay, so we will take this. We'll take this into the terminal. Okay, so in
Red tomatoes.
okay, so this is my new machine. Okay, so what I will do is same thing I will do. Okay, export the command export path is equal to $path. Okay. Okay, Maven clean expression thread unsupported class version. Maven CLI unsupported user version minor version. Okay, let us see. We downloaded Maven this one. Okay. Okay, so yeah, that's fine. Normally it should work. Okay, because I need to install Java again, so that is the thing. But anyway, that's not a problem. So now we came to Jenkins. Okay, so this is the main. I mean, normally in your company they will give their own your own Jenkins, but you can still use a local machine also. In your company they will give Jenkins dot blah 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 whatever it is. Okay, so there you need to configure your job main. That is the main thing. Okay, so let's go.
Amazon Prime Now is Amazon's new super fast delivery service. Shop with thousands
Okay,
of
see,
products
it's already started.
and
It's 80. So it will be like this. Okay. So what we are doing here, we need to first of all to do a cross browser testing. Okay, so we need to how do we need to do a cross browser testing? We need to create jobs in Jenkins. Okay. So to create a job in Jenkins, what we have to do? We need to have Jenkins installed. Okay. In that we'll configure a job and we'll run it, and then we will have a multiple parameter options. Okay. So we are here. So we will see if Maven should be already should be there in Jenkins. Jenkins is a friend of Maven. So this is the see here. Okay. Okay. So right now what we are doing, we are running our Okay. Some sanity checks. Okay. Let's smoke checks. Okay. So let us do this. Okay. So over. So now here it is important. We need to do a lot of things. Okay. So here Maven version. So Jenkins need to know where your Maven is installed. So ideally this also should have a Maven where it should install. So because I installed already, I need to show them where my Maven is. Okay. So here go add Maven. Local Maven. Okay. So installed from Apache, everything is okay. Let us save.
No, I can't because that
Okay.
is still there.
Now go and configure it. So always if you want to change anything, you need to go and configure. Okay. Now you see that it is not complaining. Okay. So now what we have to do, Maven is configured fine, but we need to show where is my project. Okay. So for that, I need to show where is my pom.xml. It is asking for where is your pom.xml. So what I will do now here is I will copy my folder, which is okay. So where is my John Lewis project? So what I will do is I'll copy the URL from there. So this is my from root folder, because Jenkins don't know anything about where is your root. I'll put my thing here. Okay. Okay. So this is the folder where I can find my pom.xml, right? Okay. Let us save. Okay. Now let us go and build now. Okay. So we did not give Maven command yet. It will fail anyway. You need to give the. Okay, so let us just check what is the command. We need to give Maven clean and install. Okay, so yeah, it's not able to find the pom.xml. So I did a little bit small mistake. We need to give this here. Okay, here we need to give the option. So it's like clean and test. Okay, so now this should work. Save it and build now. Let's see what happens. Okay, so where we are here, let us see the console output. Okay, so what it is trying to do, so now it is executing your Maven project. Okay, so now what it is doing, it is actually running like a command line. See that it is all downloading all the repositories because my pom.xml is there. It's downloading everything. Okay. Okay, so let us see what happens. So now it will go to the my directory and it will run the same Maven command, and normally Maven test means it will run all the in the test folder wherever we put @test tags or @run with JUnit, everything it will run. So now are we using JUnit or Cucumber? Cucumber. Okay, so it will go to run test, and ideally it should catch that run test and it should go and run. So run test is nothing but our main trigger, right? So it should go and run. Let us see how it goes. Okay.
డాక్టర్ ఫోన్ చేయనా లేచి కూర్చో చెయ్యినా నువ్వు లేచి కూర్చుంటావా లేచావా లేదా సరే నాకు రెడ్ కలర్ వచ్చింది
Okay, so what we did step by step, we actually
open your mouth.
Jenkins
నేను చేస్తున్నాను చెప్పండి నిజంగా ఫోన్
download
చేశాను అనుకో
Maven.
ఆయన వస్తే ఇంకో
Okay,
మాట ఉండదు వచ్చి
attach
తీసుకొని
Jenkins with Maven.
GP నుంచి వచ్చాడు
Okay, after that provide local path. Okay, and local path till pom.xml. Okay, and then given Maven commands. What Maven command we give here given now?
Test clean.
Yeah, just test, clean and test. Okay, that's what we did. No need to give mvn, it's like only clean and test. Okay, so what happened? Build failure. Okay, build platform dependent the copy filter blah blah blah. Okay, so it's okay. Kevin blah 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 shared. Okay, will ask Kevin separate password failed. Using platform encoding to copy filter outcome. Build is platform independent, that is build is. Okay, so now we can test that what is happening. So now what I will do, because I just downloaded, I don't know what could be the problem. Okay, so now what I will do, I will go here. So this is the Maven thing in okay, so let us go to project structure, no, settings. Okay, so go to I need to go to IntelliJ preferences. Okay, so I need to configure this as well. Okay, so type Maven. Okay, so in this Maven, so this is not correct, so we need to give various of Maven home directory. The home directory is something that we downloaded, right? Okay, so it's in downloads. Apache is the home directory. Okay, okay, click on OK. Now click on the refresh. Ideally, okay, so what I'm expecting is we should get this green symbol ready. Okay, so that's fine. Unable to import Maven, see like for details. Oh, okay, preferences. No. Let's show this. Okay, Apache bin folder. Okay, meanwhile let me run it again. Okay, build now. Okay, there's one more build. Okay, that's fine. Let us live like that and fix our thing. Okay, download sources. Project, because I think we did not use this project for a long time.
No, don't pull it.
Okay, yeah, okay, clean is okay. So now execute one more goal, clean test. Okay, so it's downloading JUnit and everything. Okay, detected. Okay, see what was happening now? It is opening the browser and running the test. See this. Okay, so ideally we are able to run from the command line. Okay, that's what we achieved till now. Okay, so I was using in the IntelliJ also we can use command line. I never use run from, okay, so I use command line, okay. Let it complete the test. Same should happen when I run from Jenkins, but let us see. Okay, so what is the problem there? Okay. The system, I mean, the application is very slow. Okay, application is slow, so that's the reason why. That, okay, meanwhile, let us monitor what is happening here. Cannot create, cannot click on
Stop.
okay, so it's not able to create. So there's some permission problems actually. Okay, so it is not able to create that thing. Okay. 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 So why it is happening? Because
Why is that?
we don't have permission.
Why is the thread like
Because it is in Sri Ramangala folder. Okay. That's fine.
why is it now?
We will do one thing.
Up, down.
We have this target folder, right? Let us delete this target folder.
Why is
Okay.
it no thread?
Okay. Anyway, now it is running. Okay. So the build is success. Okay. So the test is okay. Okay. So you can see the results here. Okay. So it was there is how many? One scenario is there and it was working. Okay. So if you see the target, in this target we have this Whisper HTML report and okay, so this is the scenario. It was all working. Okay, this is what it did. Okay, so now okay, so now let us close this because it may be hanging that target folder. Okay, and let us run through Jenkins. Okay, so okay, so the same thing should happen ideally now here. Okay, so fail to delete. Okay, that's fine. We can manually go and delete. No problem. Okay, yeah, maybe this is opened, right? Okay, the file is opened. Okay, so let us give a try again because the file is opened previously. It may not go and delete. So ideally, when we said clean, it will delete all the previous compiled files.
Mommy, look it.
See, fail to delete. Okay, that specific thing is there. Okay, let me go and delete that specific target folder. Okay, which is creating us a problem. So I'll go here, move to thrash. Okay, that's gone. Now go and run it again. Okay. Cannot create repository output directory. Full tag Maven run Maven using X switch to enable full login. Okay. Right. Okay. This is a permission problem. Okay. So the Jenkins which was running is running in a. It don't have permissions. Okay. So let us see. Okay, so where is Jenkins now? Okay, so just now download, right? So let us open this. Okay, so we can run this war file in different way also. Okay.
లేచింటి కూర్చోలేమా I'm calling Mr. Doctor.
Okay, this is a war file.
Doctor.
Okay, so other way of running this is I will go to.
That's it.
Okay, so I can run through command line also. So I'll go to.
And daddy phone నుంచి చేస్తా డాక్టర్.
Okay, so Java -var. Okay, and then we can do this. But for that I need to put a sudo. Sudo means
అలా కూర్చుంటే అన్నం ఇలా పెట్టాలా
admin permissions. Okay.
అప్పుడు ఇక్కడ స్టక్ అవుతుంది ఎలాగైనా పడుకొని తినకూడదు యూ హ్యావ్ టు సిట్ అండ్ ఈట్
Okay.
దాన్ని సిట్ అంటారా ఇది సిట్ స్లీప్ ఆర్ యూ సిట్టింగ్ ఆర్ స్లీపింగ్ ఇట్స్ కాల్డ్ లై డౌన్ ఇట్స్ కాల్డ్ లై డౌన్ This is a sleeping position, not sitting position. This.
Okay. Okay, so to see this command to run this.
Ferrari car. Banjundi. It's sleeping now. Don't disturb. No, it's sleeping. Don't disturb. It will wake up in 1 hour.
Run var file. Okay, so -jar dot. Okay, not var -jar.
Don't you please?
Okay, so now it started. It's like Selenium server only. Okay. Okay, it is failing because the other server is running, right?
Chanti, Taltina, 10 inches వస్తుందా ఆయన ఇంట్లోనే ఉన్నాడు 10 ఇంచెస్ వస్తాడు వాళ్ళ ఇంట్లో మరి రాయితే ఇది
Okay, connection already, address is already in use. Okay, do one thing, PORT 45 or put 9090. Okay, invoke target action approved. Sometimes port will work. Change port for.
Where is your owl? Don't know? I told you I kept in your bag, right? You forgot? Tomorrow what you do? I will tell Miss Ruta to remind you, okay? When she asks all, you go and
see HTTP port. That's what the problem. Okay. See, even I'm like you. I don't have much information, but only thing is I'm using Google. Okay.
It's looking amazing, you know. Fantastic. It's looking so amazing. Wow.
Why?
Okay. So how to go there? Put localhost.
Very nice car.
Nice.
Get this one. Who bought this for you?
Daddy.
Now it's mommy. Who bought this?
Same. Okay. So now hopefully it should not have any permission problems. Okay.
Who bought this?
So
Like the permission restrictions were in your folder. That was the problem, right?
yeah. Normally If it won't work, then we will connect to GitHub. That's it. Okay, which is the next thing normally we should do. If it did not work there, that port also, then we will do that. Okay.
What is that car?
Lemonade.
Library. Bitcoin.
No, baby.
Quiet. Go and get it.
Lemon, don't not talk to me. Mommy.
Yeah.
That's it. See how easy? Things are very easy nowadays.
This is lemonade. This is Ferrari. This is Ferrari. Ferrari and lemonade.
Ferrari, lemonade. Which car you like most? Ferrari or Lamborghini?
A Ferrari.
Can I have that car, please? I like red car.
I like it. You don't like it. I
I
like
like it.
it. You like it. A white car.
White car?
Yeah, you have a white car. You are.
Okay, meanwhile, I will try to stop the other one.
And bite a white car. You have a white car, and you got a white car, and there and bite art.
Look at that. It's amazing.
Padta manchi.
That's the cheap one.
Exercise. He's saying I'm doing exercise and daddy.
Hmm.
Ah, what? Like lemonade Ferrari. A lemonade Ferrari.
Ferrari.
Lemonade.
I like the Ferrari.
No, I like Ferrari.
No, I like Ferrari. You like Lamborghini.
No, I like Ferrari. I like lemonade. You like Ferrari.
Okay, do one thing. You like Lamborghini and Ferrari, both the cars. I will take that blue car. I like it.
Hey, yeah.
Yes, I will take the blue car. Here we'll go out with the blue car. I will go to park. I will play with the blue car. I will go for a ride.
Big what? Food.
This is
I put it.
imitation.
You not food. You big.
I am big,
Yeah.
so I can't sit in that car.
Yeah.
Why can't?
Because it's not big thing.
It because it's not big seat.
Hey! నేను కొట్టను అంతే.
Blue car lo కూర్చుంటాను నాకు ఇవ్వాలంటే no. It's not big. Why ante because you are big and no why I can't fit ante because it has not big seat. Intelligent boy, give me some car, boy. I want one car. Which car you will give me?
No, mine was. You take the other red car.
Other red car.
Yeah.
Where is other red car? You have one more car. You have one more red car. Show me where it is. It's like
See?
it's like a light and
That's it. Okay, this is what I'm seeing. Okay. Now, okay. So yeah, that is the way to configure. Okay, see, that's it. How many? Which maximum we spend 30 minutes, even though we got a problems, but still we are able to get into that mode. Now the fun thing starts. So we are able to run the automation scripts from Jenkins. Okay, so here normally what happens is Now in our architecture, now what is happening? Where is the repository?
GitHub.
No, repo is in local. We did not control GitHub till. Okay.
Yeah, here, yes.
Okay. And the Jenkins, where is Jenkins? It's also local.
Locally.
And on which machine it is working?
Local.
Local machine, local Mac machine it is working. Okay. So which is nothing but virtual machine. Okay. And what browser it is? Where is the browser? Okay, so it is Firefox in local. Now, in real time, it will not work like that. Things will change. In real time, what happens is, okay, so your repo will be in GitHub. So we need to configure our GitHub, which we will do. Okay. Now, where will be the Jenkins? Jenkins will be normally in some Unix server. Okay, we hosted. Virtual machine, where the virtual machine is?
Source white.
It can be Source Labs, it can be somewhere else.
Yeah, something
So
like that.
yeah, it can be an external Selenium server. Okay, that is called virtual machines. It can be some in a server. Okay, or it can be, and then where is the local browser? Local browser can be in the same virtual machine.
Yeah.
Okay, it's like it can be in the same virtual machine where you install your Selenium server and you install your Firefox. Okay, now because Jenkins is the thing which is running your Maven project, right? So if I use driver equal to new Firefox driver, will it work or not? Tell me.
No. It'll run in the Unix server only. If you create Firefox driver, it'll run in Unix server only. But
Okay.
you want it in external.
Obviously, in Unix server you don't have Firefox,
But
so it will not work. So what we have to do now?
change.
చెప్పండి, చదువుతున్నారు కదా రోజును.
So then we need browser.
Huh?
Browser. I mean,
Can we install browser in Unix?
no sir. I mean, we say that client dynamic browser we need to create.
Think all. Think. Discuss if you want. I will be here. We all can discuss also.
No, like in by the way we create remote browser, remote driver using grid, Selenium grid. We create that in Selenium driver, external Selenium driver.
Okay, so remote browser is okay. So why you three people are not able to tell that answer? Why only Pravina? I mean, is it like you don't understand or is it like you don't speak? If you don't speak, that's fine. If you don't understand, that's a different thing.
Really. I don't want to say lie because I'm going for it. I want to be clear. Go in.
That's what exactly cross browser testing. If you understand what difference between Firefox driver and remote web browser, that's it. You're almost done. So now, why I'm showing all these things for you to understand why we need a remote web driver. Normally, till now, you people are using local driver, right? So now tell me why do we need a remote browser? Tell me. Except Ravina. Why we need? Okay. Because I asked a question, he said, okay, the answer is that. I asked a question the other way around. Why we need a remote browser? Tell me. Why we need a remote web driver? Why can't we just go with Firefox driver? What is the difference?
Firefox driver will only run.
యాక్చువల్ మన లోకల్ మిషన్లో డైరెక్ట్ బ్రౌజర్కి వెబ్ డైరెక్ట్ కనెక్షన్ ఉంటుంది అన్న అది దీనికైతే త్రూ సర్వర్గా తర్వాత బ్రౌజర్కి కనెక్షన్ మధ్యలో సర్వర్ వస్తుంది.
ఎందుకు why?
For dynamic browser.
Can anybody draw on the paper and show me? ఇంతకంటే అవకాశం ఎవడు. This is what people will expect in interview. When somebody asks like that, immediately you have to go on paper and write. Okay, yeah, draw.
No, sir. I mean to say, I want to note it down.
No, I mean, see, I'm always giving answers from last 3 to 4 months, but I never asked questions for you. Now tell me, because it should be give and take policy, right? Now tell me. I mean, now understand. Try to understand now what happened, because you had seen that live. There is something happening. There is Jenkins somewhere, and the browser is somewhere, and your GitHub is somewhere, and your IntelliJ is somewhere. So there are a lot of things happened within last 30 minutes. Now tell me my question. Why do we use a remote web driver? Why cannot we use a Firefox driver? Evalana, you all, any of you three. Hey, try Andy. Yeah, try. Write down where is my browser. It's like all network. It's like networking only. You need to think in that aspect.
I think.
Perfection there. ఇబ్రహీం ఏమన్నాడు ఇవాళ? ఆడుకున్నాడా? హలో అన్నాడా?
పిల్లొచ్చు కదా, హాయ్ ఇబ్రహీం అని. బుర్రలో పెట్టి say hi guys, why are you looking, staring at me? Say hi. అప్పుడు వెళ్ళి చూసాడు ఇబ్రహీం అని చూసి
అది ఆడప్పుడు సిగ్గుపడిపోతాడు ఫస్ట్.
మళ్ళీ ఆడుతున్నాడు ఇవాళ ఈజీగా స్కూల్కి
ఆడుకున్నాడు.
Daddy finger, where are you? Here I am. How do you do? Mommy finger, where are you? Here I am. How do you do? Brother finger, where are you? Here I am. How do you do?
బ్రదర్ ఫింగర్ అంటే ఎవరు? మరి సిస్టర్ ఫింగర్, మమ్మీ డాడీ. ఇది డాడీ, ఇది మమ్మీ, ఇది నువ్వు. ఇది ఎవరిది? మనం చెప్పావు కదా
సిస్టర్
జ్యోత్ తెలుసా మధ్యలోనే. జ్యోత్ అంటే ఎవరనుకున్నావు? వైఫ్ జ్యోత్స్నా కానీ జ్యోత అంటాడు. ఇది ఎవరు? పరియా? ఇందాక వచ్చిందా పరి పాప?
ఫోన్ చేసి బాగుంది పడుకుందరికి
According to my understanding, you can pass command to whatever browser we want. Firefox or Chrome or whatever browser, we can send us a maven command. So that will work. That is the main thing the remote browser will actually accept.
Okay, you? రాసావా?
Try this.
సెలీనియం ఇదేంటిది? సెలీనియం బ్రౌజరా? సెలీనియం బ్రౌజర్
లోకల్గా అయితే డైరెక్ట్ ఇన్స్టాలేషన్ వితౌట్ ఎనీ సర్వర్. అదే యాక్చువల్ మనం యూజ్ చేస్తే సర్వర్ త్రూ సర్వర్ ఎనీ కమ్యూనికేషన్ ఆ మధ్యలో.
ఓకే, నువ్వేం గీసావు? బొమ్మలు తీసుకుంటున్నా
అంటే ఓన్లీ లోకల్ మెషిన్ అయితే లోకల్ ఇఫ్ యూ గివ్ ఫైర్ ఫాక్స్ అదే దాంట్లో రన్ అవుతుంది. ఇన్ రిమోట్ ఇఫ్ యూ గివ్ ద వర్షన్స్.
ఓకే సో let us do one thing.
Going.
Okay, now what is happening?
Like a sheep.
Okay,
Daddy,
that's
like
a shape. Yeah, it's a GitHub. Okay, what is the purpose of GitHub?
Repository.
Where the code is storing. Okay, so if I use GitHub in my local machine, does that mean the code is running in GitHub, or it's running in my local machine? Because it will download. That's it. Okay. Now, so the thing is, there should be one place called executable.
Like a sheep.
Okay, so executable is nothing but the place where your Maven should work. Okay, so your Maven command should run in a executable. Executable is nothing but a place where it actually executes your actual code. Means it will run the Java. So it's nothing but it's running a Java program. Okay, so that is called executable. That is one component. What is the third component? The third component is where your what you call, where your browser is installed. Okay, so now what happened? Forgot about GitHub now. Okay, so thing is, Maven will run your Java code. If I use Firefox driver, wherever I run, because that is where you will have new command, blah blah blah. In that, where it is executing, it will search for your Firefox browser. If you use Firefox driver, so it will where it is executing. So it's nothing to do with Jenkins. I'm not talking about Jenkins now. I'm talking about where my system. So right now in my system, the script is running. But the other example which is shown here, this one, the TVC, here, where is the script running?
Local.
See the second one. The script is running in the Unix server. So in Unix server, do you have Firefox? No. So there, where your executable, where your Java is running, and where your Firefox is available, if they are in same machine, then only your local driver will work. Otherwise, it won't work. So what is remote web driver? Remote web driver will help you to run your Java code in your local machine, but sends the Selenium commands into a Selenium server. So there is a protocol called Selenium API protocol, where it will run here. Script will run here, but it will send the actions, means click on a button, open a browser. Okay. So that commands will be sent by Java to wherever we had given. So where we had given here in remote web driver, what is remote web driver object required? Remote web driver object required 2 arguments. What are they?
Capability. Capability.
And see, search, Google it. Remote web driver will take 2 arguments. What are they?
Capability.
Father, mouth wash just, brother. Let's wash your mouth. Come on. Let's go to the kitchen. Come on. Do what?
Google it. So, remote web driver object. See, you need to know that, right? So, remote web driver object will take 2 arguments. One is, you already said. What is other argument?
Environment.
ఎవరో చెప్పినందుకు వెయిట్ చెక్, నువ్వే చెప్పు. ఈ మేడం కూడా అంతే, తొందరగా ఉతకాలి. మూడు కడిగిసుకున్నావా? penguins మొత్తం చేసావా?
Executor and decide
చెక్కి
capabilities.
వెళ్కమ్మా, చెక్కి వెళ్కమ్మా.
Executor
Huh?
Executor and decide capabilities.
Okay.
ఉజ్జేలు
What do you have?
Takes as a parameter. So
Aha, small question.
క్వశ్చన్
ఇంకా.
decide capabilities. Remote URL address. That one, sir.
Tell me.
That is java.net URL remote address.
Remote address means what?
Remote address means. Now I remember what it was. The address where you want the browser to run.
So it's like IP address of your Selenium server.
Yes, I remember.
The IP address.
Of where the test want to run.
Yes. Because whenever we say that it have to run in some other place, it will ask for Selenium server's IP address. Literally IP address you need to give. Okay.
We give Sauce Labs URL for that.
Yes, that is literally the dynamic IP address. Okay. Oi. See here. This is the dynamic IP address. Okay, with a key in it. Okay, because to security purpose. So this is the URL. Okay, now where we are. So okay. So now let us come here. Okay. So now what is happening? So now whenever we want to run in different browsers, we need to have a place. We need to have a Selenium server which have all the browsers available. Okay. So now let us don't talk about grid. Okay. Let us talk about Selenium server. So that is the reason why always I ask you to run a Selenium server locally so that you know that what is happening. Okay. So now let us do that in the code.
It's off it.
తినండి బాగానే ఉంటాయి పర్లేదు.
తినేసి వచ్చిన ముచ్చట.
అంటే అనుకున్నారు ముందు తినేసి వద్దాం వాళ్ళు వెళ్ళినప్పుడు.
ఈ మెంబర్ పడ్డది బయట ఏమైనా తిందాం అంటే తినేసి
టేస్ట్ ఇట్ వన్ టేస్ట్.
బజ్జీలు తిందాం అని మెంబర్ పడ్డది.
ఓ సాపుదాను సగ్గు బియ్యం అంటాం, మేము సాపుదాను అంటాం. సగ్గు బియ్యం ఇదిగో సగ్గు బియ్యం కదా వదినా, సగ్గు బియ్యం
సగ్గుబియ్యం సాబుదానా అంటే ఒకటే, ఒకటి హిందీ ఒకటి.
అవ్వ ఈయన సాబుదానా అని ఇలా చూసాడు. సాబుదానా
అంటే హిందీ వర్డ్. యాక్చువల్లీ ఇంకా వేడిగా ఉండేటప్పుడు
ఫోన్ తీయమన్నాడు కదా.
చాలాసేపు అయింది కిచెన్ లో విండో వస్తుంది ఇట్లా.
Okay, so now if you see your browser factory, okay,
now you understand the factory.
Okay, so now what happened? I mean, if remote web driver is equal to true, then it will go here. Okay, this is the address, right? Okay, now is remote web drive remote is false, is true. Okay, if I say that, what will happen? Now my remote browser is true, so it should run now in Sauce Labs. Okay, I think this is all okay. So if I run this, no need to run here, I can run in Jenkins now. Okay, Okay. So now my build is success. It will be green or blue. Blue. Okay. Blue means all tests are passed.
This is what my question is. When do we do true and false? Like every time we go and do that, or we just leave it that way? It's like it is true always.
I'll tell you.
True means
We won't do in the code. I'll tell you. We will put that.
That's what I want.
We'll bring outside the world. Okay. Now, if I'm running, what happens? Now, my Jenkins. Okay. So now.
No.
Okay. So Jenkins is the place where my executable is that E. Okay. What E is doing? E is going and running your Java commands. In Java now, in that it is running your actual Selenium, and that Selenium is now will connect to Sauce Labs. It will take a little bit of time to communicate. Okay. Is it not changes? Null pointer exception. This is interesting. Let me check why it is null pointer exception.
I'll still not do that. What are exceptions? Different type of exceptions. Even before you answer. Okay, next question. Next question.
Okay, I finished this question.
Get property browser. Okay. So see now. Okay. So now this is the time. Why it was failing? Anybody? Any idea? Okay, it is giving a null pointer exception. Okay. No, let's go. Okay, I'll go to upstairs and come. See that, and now tell me why I'm getting go to this. I busy I class.
System.get properties browser.
So actually, what is happening here is the property of browser, system property, we are not giving at all. So if I don't give the property, what will happen?
It will not create.
It will be null.
Yeah.
So will it go to line number 72?
No, it will not.
Will it go to line number 75? No. So it will come there. Now line number 80, where we have capabilities. So capabilities is an object.
Yeah.
It's not a class.
Yeah.
So that capability object is null. Okay. So we need to give the in this Jenkins we need to see now system property. This is the biggest secret. Okay. Now don't tell anybody.
Okay.
If we give some value in the command line, that value, anything the data we give in command line, that will directly go to the Java code using something called system parameter as a system.get property. Okay, means command line is nothing but outside the world, right?
Yeah.
So now if you see here, what I will do now, I'm giving a value not in the code, outside the code,
Okay.
which that particular value will get into your code.
Through the
Get property. So now what value we need? We need the browser. Browser is equal to what? Firefox. That's what, or Chrome. Okay, so now that's what we need to give. How we give that? That is a trick. So we need to put hyphen. So ideally what we are doing? We are doing Maven, right?
Yeah.
So here, if you put a D, browser browser equal to Firefox. Now in that code, in that line, the line number 73, this value will go. So now browser will not be null. It will be Firefox. Okay, so that's it. So now we are independent of the browser. So we can send the browser value outside the framework, outside the code. Okay, that is which is very important.
This is what the question they asked me.
What is
Dynamic driver. How to create a dynamic driver.
yeah.
I
Prototyping
don't want it in even command line, right? When you said you can give it in command line, they said that they don't want that also.
No, I didn't tell that actually.
I told you that.
I said that data driven framework we have to create through Excel sheet and then we can pass it. He said no. We can do it that way also. But learn something.
It's running somewhere. Okay, where it is running, that's what I'm seeing. It should come here ideally. If I use the same account, maybe if I'm using different account, it will come. Okay, so now in this context, now what is happening? We are running our executable in local machine. Okay, and we are saying that go and fetch the Selenium server somewhere. Okay, so now Java will send the commands to Selenium server. Now Selenium server will send the commands to the browser. Okay, what are the browser it is? Okay. So let us see if that is.
So local machine means through command prompt.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see now. The problem is this is not the one. Okay. So I'm copying it here again because I have two to three accounts. Okay. So now what I'm doing, I'm going here in this automation constants, giving that. Okay, now let us run again. Okay, so yes, so finally what we are doing is again I'm going to run it. Okay, come down. So in your company you'll have Jenkins somewhere. Okay, and that Jenkins will where it will get the code from GitHub. You'll get the code. Okay. Now what it will do, it will run your Java here. Java plus Maven. Maven will be in that specific Jenkins box. Now what we are giving in that, if I use remote web driver and saying that my Selenium server in a specific IP address 1.2.22. blah blah blah, they will give. Okay, and show this is a virtual machine where you have all the browsers installed. Okay, so now what happens? When you run your command, automatically it will run this and it will do this everything. Then it will give back the results. Okay, now what is cross browser here? In this we are saying that there is no manual intervention, no IntelliJ, nothing. We are saying that okay, I want to run in Chrome. Yeah, tell me. Ask mommy. So here we are saying Chrome and it will go and run. One particular traffic will be easy. Now again I will create the same job which I will do within a minute. Okay. So I will create one more job. See, this is already executed now. See, November 30.
Yeah.
Okay. So you can see that this is John Lewis website, right?
Yes, sir.
You can get a screen thing. So you can get a thing. Okay, and you can play the video also. If you play the video, it will complete show all the
What it is.
Executed.
yeah. Okay. Okay, so now in this case, what happened? Okay, in this case, our Selenium server is nothing but source labs. So this is my local machine. So it is literally running in my local machine only. You can see all the things. Okay, so here if you see the console output, this is what? This is the Java code, right? So everything is working here. Java code is executing in my local machine. Okay, but the actual browser is
In the server.
in the somewhere in the source lab. So here this is called. So now what happens? This is one server with one combination. Now intelligently what I will do, because I had taken the browser command out of the framework, I will go and create one more job. Okay, so I will create one new item called Chrome. Okay.
Oh, that's how you give.
Yeah.
Now I understood.
Okay. Now
Just create different jobs.
that's it.
This one doubt I had in Jenkins. This one doubt I had. Like if you don't touch it manually and it runs night build, how do you give browsers? One thing what Srikanth told us was you can use property file.
Yep.
You can use Excel sheet and it can run. For that, I if I have to tell in the interview that I did that, then I must say I did data-driven framework. That will again be complicated
Yeah.
for me.
So now what is happening? Parallel testing, cross-browser testing. The first one is Firefox, second one is Chrome. Okay, so that is one way. Okay, so if you want to put more combination, you can put the things, but it's more of your remote web driver. Remote web driver, the capabilities object is making the trick. This is the main thing. Okay, because if you use new Firefox driver and all, the code is all basic. Because here when I put the flag here in automation constants as false, where it will go? See, ideally browser factory is a class which will ask you two questions: where you want to run, local or remote,
And what you want.
which browser you want. Okay, so those two questions. So when I'm developing in my local machine, when I'm writing, I will make that as false, and in my local machine everything will work. Okay, so if you see this in browser factory, we have something called get browser. Okay, so that is the main thing. Yeah, start browser. So I'm giving the browser, what browser and the URL. Okay, but I am giving a flag. So now what happens is it go here. It will go to start remote web driver, and first of all it will check whether are you running remote web driver browser or local machine. If it is local, else the else condition. Okay, so what I am doing here in the else condition, if it is Firefox, I am using this Firefox driver. Okay, or if it is Chrome, I am doing Chrome driver.
Yeah.
This is my local machine. Okay, and if it is remote, then it will go here
Set the
to
capabilities.
capabilities, because remote web driver should have capabilities. So here we have capability called this. If it is Firefox, this. But yeah, but that doesn't mean that will open the browser there. It's just taking the
Capabilities.
inputs, like all the inputs, what browser, what version, and what platform. See here, it's a Vista platform, which is Vista is nothing but Windows 7.
Windows.
Okay, and this is security exceptions and all. Okay, so that is normal. Okay, and why it is screenshot web driver? Forgot about that. In your case, that is remote web driver. Okay, so I just made it a this one more static class we created to extend the capability to take the screenshot to get the reports, okay, which I will do within some time. Okay, so it is nothing but it is a remote WebDriver. That's it. Okay, so it is here. This line is a big line. Okay, so it is remote WebDriver, and it is taking the URL. URL is like an object, and it is taking the grid URL. See, now I change the URL, right? I should not go and put in the code.
Yeah.
I should put it either in the properties or in the automation constants.
Yes.
Okay, so that's what I did. I given the capability object and the grid URL, which is this, and the grid URL is again this, so that I have all my system parameters at one place. Okay, so what happens? That's it. It will now go. It had completed the job. If you see my Chanama, ఏం చేస్తున్నావు? పని చేస్తా. See,
Second.
one is in Chrome, one is in Firefox. Okay, you can see that. Okay, so 41 Firefox, you can see here. It's Chrome, 46 Chrome. Okay, so it will run in two browsers parallelly. You can run 1000 also. Okay, so now what I mean, we can use, see, either we can use multiple jobs. This is one way. See, I did not change this to Firefox. There's a reason behind it. You can do that, or there's one more option in Jenkins called parameters. Okay, this build is parameterized. Okay, which is very good. So we can add something called choice parameter. Okay, name called browser. Okay, and here we do Firefox. Whatever it is. Okay. Okay, and this one more thing I need to do. Okay, here instead of Firefox, I give $. Okay, so it should match this. Okay. Yeah, green, blue color.
But
Now, when I'm running, it will ask now. See this. What you want. So it will never run without you giving a forceful input. So now what I will do, I will first say Safari. Go ahead. Okay, and second I will say again, that is one job, the same job. Okay, and second I will say Chrome. Now two jobs running parallelly. Okay, one with Chrome and one with. So it is like this is one way, that is the other way. It's like creating multiple jobs, or we parameterize the job.
yeah, but when you parameterize, you cannot stand there at night build and do that, right?
Oh no, we can't do the night build.
So for night builds, you have to give separate jobs.
For night build, it will always take the latest, the toppest one. Okay. Yeah, that is that. But for night builds also, we can configure, we can do anything. Okay.
Like now you gave 4 options in the browser, right?
Yeah.
IE and Safari.
Yeah,
But we didn't write that in our
Yeah,
project.
Safari will not write.
So we'll not use that.
Yes and no. I think my code have some problem, which I should do in a such a way that
Else, yeah. If it is anything else, then
that's it. That's it. Now it will run on Safari also. Okay, let us try that.
No.
but usually if the company is already set, like James says, these things would be already set for them. We wouldn't be writing anything, would we?
Yes. Yes. I mean, ideally, it is there for them. Yeah. Ideally, see, the thing is, see, this is one way of doing it. which is a classical top level way, okay, which I will do in my old company, IBM, wherever I go. There's one more very ugly way of doing it. The most ugly way of doing it is, we run one time, it will run all the browsers and give a result to you. How do we do that? There is something called parameterized input in JUnit as well as in TestNG. Okay, so what does that do? In JUnit we have an option, okay, which is okay, see in your in JUnit, what we have to do is we need to create a class called collection like this. Okay, so there is a tag. Okay, here we need to give. Okay, let me straight away put the question here. Okay, Selenium cross browser. So here we will not have option. It's like blindly click on a job. It will run all the browsers and give a result. Okay, which is not an ideal situation. Okay.
What is wrong in that?
The wrong is that, I mean, we don't want to say, the problem is we want to run them in from a Jenkins. We need to command from Jenkins, because in here you are in the code, you are hard coding your browsers. Okay, so you are saying all the 5 you are hard coding your browsers, which is not correct. In my job in Jenkins, if you know advanced Jenkins, I can link all these 5 jobs into one job and run it also. Then also it will be possible. That's a professional way. Okay, so that in Jenkins, if I go here, I create a new job where it is a sum of small jobs. New item, freestyle project, it's like external job. Like that, we can link all the 5 jobs, put it together, run it. That's the best way. Okay, so that is the one way. Okay, so here, see here, parameters class. So we need to do this. No, wait, okay, so basically there should be one tag called parameters. In that they will put all the browser names. See, that is what he's doing. Okay. I don't know what he's saying. Okay. Let me show you this. No. Cut it.
You've connected. The 4G'd up. Here he come.
Google also, searching Google also is art. Seriously.
I know.
Okay, in TestNG, I have a link which I'll show you.
Мисс Лерис, и сегодня Лерочка будет открывать вот такое вот яйцо с сюрпризами. Давайте поможем Лерочке.
Where is parameter?
И что же там было? Сколько там игрушек было?
Random is putting random. This is crazy, man. This is the most crazy thing. So he's putting a random number and randomly he's selecting the browser. Crazy.
That's awesome. That's like 10 minutes.
Yeah. Okay, so where is that? Again, that is an ugly way, but the thing is, if you do a parameter, we need to get a single dimensional array as a parameter, something like that. Okay, see, not getting. Okay, but anyway, what the lessons that you have to learn from here is,
Don't do that.
don't do that.
JUnit parameter.
Yeah, so this one. So actually, so we need to return an array list. Okay, so normally what we do is we return all the browser names here. Okay, and what happens in the test? The see. That's a bad example. See where the how is he is getting the value. That's what I'm trying to see. Setup before parameters collection object. Where he should give that as an input, right? Such string, such text. Yes, here. So that will go as a constructor for the class. See like this. So this such text is coming as a constructor. Okay, so that is what you need to use. Parameters linked browser strings. So linked list he is getting, but I'm seeing where he is giving the parallel props. Parallel props is a parallel properties. Get them and blah 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 blah. So this is. Okay, interview point of view, we say that there is something called parameterized concept in JUnit. Okay, so where we need to load all the set of the list of browsers and we give that as an input to the test case so that the test case will run multiple times. Okay, that you Google it. Okay, but anyway,
Yeah,
that is. Say parameterize blah blah blah. This you need to implement blah blah lot of things. Okay, see here. Okay, I think this is we got it. See here what he did. This is exactly we are looking for. So what he did is a case statement, simple suit.
He's using case.
Oh, yeah. Yes, this is what you need to do. Okay, so I will send you this. So theoretically, what he is doing is he is getting the list of things, and he is see this is the driver, right?
Yeah.
So he is loading the driver based on the this input. Okay. So who is calling sample suit one? Sample suit one is a constructor. So constructor argument is the value which will be parameterized value. Okay. So this is so
That
the
initialize that driver.
driver, yeah. Okay. Maybe Pravina can explain tomorrow if she's free. Okay. If you want.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll send you this link. Okay. In the one more very very ugly way that is using test-ng. In the test-ng we can use. I will give that link also. In test-ng we have to put a test-ng.xml file. In that XML file we have to put all these browser names in it, and it will directly take from here. There is something called again parameters, but that will be directly coming from the test-ng.xml. So in that XML file it will work.
That was in your in the sheet you given in the last class. The point was there.
It is there, right? Today also I had given to this new people guys. Okay. So yeah, okay. So yeah, I think the only thing is that I need to show you is to that's it. I think maybe how to configure Cucumber reports and everything. I think that you can do. Okay, it is that there is a Cucumber plugin, so you need to install that Cucumber plugin into this, and that's it. And in that plugin, it will show you where is your JSON file. So in Jenkins, go and show the path of the JSON file. It will take everything back. I'll show you in my project. Okay. Give me 1 minute.
I just needed another favor. I don't know if you can do that or not. I wanted examples of real-time feature files. How, like, till now I have done login or maybe search or anything like that. In
Okay.
real time, if they are telling me to write a feature file, how does it look? If I could get a few examples.
Cut చేసి. Yeah, I'll send you that examples. Okay, I'll send you. I have.
Really help.
So we can use the but annotation in feature file.
Yeah.
You can for negative scenarios or
We
for
can use, but when you want after and, you want this to be shown, this to be shown, this to be shown, but this must not be shown.
okay.
For that you use.
I had explained in such a way that I can use for negative scenarios.
Like if and is all negatives, but will be positive.
Okay.
So don't say negative for anything. Anything which you don't want the and to do that.
That
But
will be in the but.
you want this for sure, but you
And
don't
is-
want this for sure.
Yeah.
Or you don't want these for sure, but you want this for sure. Then you
So what want to make sure.
In English, how
we
you
want or we
use?
don't want.
Asked you, right? And
Yeah, that guy asked me.
When you say
They'll
everything is
ask,
okay,
like,
but
we'll
yeah,
use
that's
We use
And-
but annotation for a feature file. Yes, I used.
then he no, I said no.
And
I have
he-
never used but I said.
And he
Somebody
also
asked me
asked to use but
Oh, why?
even in
Okay.
and.
we have
He
the
asked me
ability
that. I
without
think
He
Yeah.
asked me,
having to write the
can you use more than one and?
Yeah,
So
That's why
yeah,
we-
No, that's
he
what I
asked me.
said. If I don't have to, like, it's not a must only because but is there I have to use
It's
the
not a
but.
mandatory word, like a given.
If I don't want to use like and I don't want to see this, I'll see that in and also. Because then I have to use but.
Yes.
He asked me, someone asked me about background. I think Thomas only asked me, gives background. Have you ever used background? I said, yeah, in every feature file you use background. He said, what do you use for? I said, given statement. You don't want to keep writing given statement in every feature file, so you use
Yeah.
background.
Yes. Exactly.
That's exactly. I said, yes, that's exactly.
Actually, background is like a process before.
So
what
for
the
every
class you write.
things
J
you want that
Okay.
and Cucumber is also background. You have to execute for every scenario.
for every scenario.
That you have to put in background.
లేదు వీళ్ళకి ఎట్లా తెలుసు నాకు ఎట్లా తెలుసు నీకు ఎట్లా తెలుసు
Only Google.
కలలు కండి
Oh, color actor. See, color Google.
So previously when Ayappa was teaching that writing feature file, he used to do it.
Ayappa sir.
Okay, so that's it, guys. So yeah, maybe last few things. So we are still talking about Selenium server here. Selenium grid. What Selenium grid is nothing but I'm talking about one Selenium server, but we have one Mac machine, because see, if we are able to run the Selenium, Safari and IE,
Yes.
is that possible? It's not possible. But still, how my Sauce Labs is doing, because Sauce Labs is not a Selenium server; it's a grid.
Yeah.
చెప్పు don't దాచుకోకు చెప్పు.
అది డిఫరెంట్ ఓఎస్ ని డిఫరెంట్ బ్రౌజర్స్ ని అది ప్రొవైడ్ చేస్తారు సార్. We
OS
can
index
do
version.
manually in Sauce Labs also. Manually.
హౌ ఎలా చేస్తుంది చెయ్యొచ్చు చెప్పడం కాదు, ఎలా చేస్తుంది చెప్పు.
Manual again sir.
కాదు, మాన్యువల్ కాదు, సెలీనియం అది నువ్వు అన్నిట్లో రన్ చేస్తుందని చెప్పావు కదా, ఎలా చేస్తుంది?
OS మనం ప్రిఫరబుల్
ఇస్తావు, అది ఎలా చేస్తుంది?
సార్ అది మాన్యువల్ గానే చేశాను సార్. Sauce Labs ట్రయల్ వెర్షన్ వేసుకోండి
ఈ బిస్కెట్ లేకు.
సార్. నిజం కాదు,
అవును, మాన్యువల్ గా చేసావు బాసు. ఇప్పుడు ఆటోమేషన్ మాట్లాడతావు, మాన్యువల్ మాట్లాడతావు ఏంటి?
మామూలుగా చెప్పా సార్ ఇది ఇలా చేయొచ్చు అని.
ఎలా చేస్తుంది ఆలోచించావు ఎప్పుడైనా?
అది
ఓకే, ఎలా చేస్తావు ఆలోచించావా? అలాంటి పాయింట్లో పడతాయి. సి మనకి ప్రాబ్లం ఏంటంటే, ఓకే, ఐఎమ్ నాట్ టేకింగ్ యువర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్. when you give an answer, you should be very careful that he may ask any question. Okay, you say that, okay, yeah, I used Selenium grid and I used Sauce Labs and Cucumber I used, and I used Jenkins. Then ask, tell me how do you use Jenkins? Then you'll say, Jenkins, yeah, we used to run our automation scripts. How do you use it? Yes, we used every day I used to go and click on a button, it will run. అంటే అది కాదు, దట్ ఈస్ నాట్ ద ఆన్సర్ ఈస్ ఎక్స్పెక్టింగ్. అక్కడ నువ్వు అది చెప్పి నువ్వేమంటావు, బయటకు వచ్చి యా నేను బాగా చెప్పాను ఇంటర్వ్యూ అంటావు. వాడు ఏమడుతున్నాడు, ఎలా చేసావు, అది ఎలా వర్క్ అవుతుంది ఏంటి అంటే, యూ నీడ్ టు గో ఇన్ టు దట్. అసలు జెన్కిన్స్ ఎలా వర్క్ అవుతుంది అంటే, జెన్కిన్స్ విల్ హ్యావ్ లాట్ ఆఫ్ డిఫరెంట్ కైండ్స్ ఆఫ్ జాబ్స్. ఇట్ కెన్ రన్ అన్ కమాండ్ లైన్, ఇట్ కెన్ రన్ అన్ మేవన్ జాబ్, ఇట్ కెన్ రన్ అన్ యాంట్ జాబ్, it can run a Ruby job, so it can run any kind of job. So in my case, I am running Jenkins to run my Maven commands and a word padal. Word padapate, if you don't talk about that, then there's no fun. Okay, alaganamata. So when you're talking, when you talk about any discussion in any kind of interview, you need to give the main point that he's looking for. If you're going around the bush, there's no point. Okay, so that's what I'm telling you. You have to. So to maybe at that point you may not remember. Then try to elaborate your answer. But if Jenkins, you don't know what is expecting. Then okay, Jenkins, how it works is, it is installed in a Unix server, and it will connect to the GitHub, and it will connect to the GitHub link, and it will connect to your reports. అట్లాగా 4-5 చెప్తూ ఉండు, అప్పుడు ఏదో ఒక పాయింట్ తగిలేస్తుంది అన్నమాట. ఓకే,
Krish, seeing you first time. That's why.
okay. So yeah, anything else?
Luckily, these people are looking for BDD cucumber. Shriram.